Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. Yesterday's video was quite something, wasn't it? A few of you fell for the clickbait. Yes, I admit, hands up, it was clickbait. If you somehow didn't figure it out from the thumbnail itself, but it was a Reddit video, here's a key indicator to let you guys know of what video shows up when you kind of want to know what it's about. If it's got blue, it means it's a Chelsea video. If it's got red, it means it's a generic football video. It could be about Man United or Real Madrid or Arsenal or Barcelona or Liverpool or City or Tottenham or whoever. Yeah? And if it's orange and it's got the Reddit sign on it, it means it's a Reddit video. So if you see that, you know it's a Reddit video. But I thought I would put one in because, as you saw in the Reddit video yesterday, we mentioned whether that Conor Gallagher picture was Haaland because someone clearly thought it was, and I had to correct the situation. So no, I didn't think it was Haaland. I hope you guys realise that. It's Conor Gallagher. But it was a great video to film, and I see all of you really loved it, and you want me to do more. And don't worry, each week, every Monday, Reddit video. Reddit Mondays now exist on Younes Talks Football. So make sure you're following the Reddit. Link in the description. I'll leave a link right here as well. And follow the Reddit. Leave your posts. If they get the most amount of upvotes, they will be shown in the video if I get round to it. But thank you all so much. Go over there and enjoy. Let's get into today's nitty gritty. And yes, we're back to, as you can see from the background, we're back to Chelsea. We're back to the Blues. We're back to the European champions. Yes, we are. And we've got two pieces of news to discuss with you guys today. First and foremost is this, and I think this opens the door to a possible move for a midfielder. Let's check this out. Tammy Abraham wants to leave Chelsea and join West Ham. That was by Dean Jones Soccer on Twitter. Dean Jones, who writes for Bleacher Report, and he does podcasts from time to time. And he's been talking a lot recently in terms of Chelsea's business and Haaland and all of that. But now he's gone in to mention Tammy Abraham wanting to leave Chelsea to go to West Ham. And this wasn't just him. This was going around the rumour mill the whole of yesterday and a bit of today in relation to West Ham media, West Ham pages, West Ham fans on Twitter and all of that talking about Tammy Abraham. Oh, we can go for Tammy. He wants to come to West Ham. But as I said at the beginning of this little segment, this opens the door for a midfielder. Why? Because if Tammy Abraham were to leave Chelsea and go to West Ham, well, excuse me, West Ham, but we would like your how should I say this? We want some of your basmati. Yeah? We want some of your long grain. We want some of your rice. That is what we want. If Tammy Abraham were to go the one way, we know the problem with Declan Rice is his price. We know he's a good footballer. We know he's a top midfielder. At the Euros, he's proven exactly what he's about. And for West Ham, we've seen what he can do in the Premier League. And we know that in terms of a midfielder coming in, that would be quite important. Billy Gilmore's on loan. We have Jorginho, Kante, Kovacic, and that's it. You know, we might have to look elsewhere and play Loftus-Cheek a little deeper if he gets back into the team. We play Conor Gallagher a little deeper by giving him his debut, perhaps. Like, we have midfielders, but they're not tailor-made. Declan Rice is tailor-made for exactly what we need. Now, whether he would be content with a rotation sort of position, I'm not so sure. I think he'd want to be a starter. But again, that's up to him. If he's happy to fight for that at Chelsea, then cool. But the problem with Declan Rice is the price. The problem with Declan Rice that we all have, I'd have Declan in my team, but having to pay 90 million for him is a little bit excessive. It's a little bit deep, and I think Chelsea are put off by it, especially for someone who used to play at Chelsea, who was part of the academy, who was a graduate, who, played with Mason Mount, Reece James, all these lads at academy level. When they were kids, he was at Chelsea. To have to buy him back for 80, 90, 100 million is ridiculous, and I don't think Chelsea are willing to do that. But if they are able to make weight with a player like Tammy Abraham, who would want to go to West Ham if this is actually the case, like Dean Jones has said, then cool. Because you can give Tammy and stick another 40 million on the deal, and boom, Declan Rice is ours. Because I think West Ham would accept that, surely. Unless if they're, bonkers and they wouldn't want to do a deal like that. That's up to them. But as far as I'm concerned, I think that would be quite a decent move. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. In relation to Tammy Abraham, though, leaving Chelsea, that would also open up another problem because we've lost Giroud already. So we would be losing another striker. Then we'd be left with Timo Werner only. So if we were to go for Haaland, even that wouldn't be enough. We would probably have to promote Broja. I would have to say, if you're asking me who would be the third striker, I think you promote Broja at that point. And you make it clear to him that, hey, you're not playing every game, but this is a good opportunity for you to show us what you can do in the first team squad, and called upon, show us what you can do. And, we'll see. But maybe we would going for a backup. Maybe we'd going for someone that would come in as a third striker. I don't know. But if Tammy leaves, Chelsea would need to knuckle down and start doing some good business. But anyway, talking about young players, talking about academy, there's been a little scandal on social media. I'll show you why. This is why. Check this out. So, CFC are close to losing 3 of their best academy players. Bate, Valentino Livramento and Miles Harris to other Premier League clubs. Full story here. And this is Simon Johnson, who wrote for The Athletic, who has decent sources at Chelsea Football Club. He is an insider, technically. I mean, last season we saw things go a little bit crazy in terms of stories in and around Chelsea. The whole Rudiger scenario, Kepa, Jorginho, Lampard, Marcos Alonso. There was a whole scandal. We all remember that. And some journalists got things wrong, including Simon Johnson. But mainly Matt Law. Mainly Matt Law. Simon Johnson, who writes for The Athletic, normally very reliable. He says that Chelsea are close to losing 3 of their best academy players. Bate, Livramento and Harris. Now, this has caused a little bit of a stir on social media and amongst other Chelsea content creators and Chelsea personalities on social media and all of this. And I thought I'd come in, right, and give my 2 cents. Because I think it's only right that I do. I'm not entirely sold on this thing. This week, it's turned into an obsession. If I'm being honest, I think it's turned into an obsession. Now, everyone has their opinion. Everyone can give their 2 cents. Everyone can give what they think. And as long as everyone's just respectful of it, cool. I have no problem with someone. And I've seen them say, oh, no, this is ridiculous. I'm totally against this. No, how dare we sell these players? They need to remain, right? I see the potential. They need to stay and get into the first team. I respect that because that's someone's footballing opinion. They believe that's what's best for the club. They believe that's the best direction to go in. Cool. I'm cool with that. No problem. Personally, I think it's turned into an obsession. I think we tend to have this thing now where we must promote youth and all of them must succeed and all of them must get into the first team. And if they don't, oh, it's a catastrophe. Like, no, it's not. It's not. And let me just give you a little bit of the lowdown on this. Chelsea have one of, if not the best academy in the world. Now, I would like to say that. Before, you'd look at Barcelona. Before that, even before Barca, you'd look at Ajax. Yeah, Ajax are the OGs of academies when it comes to schooling talent and taking someone as a kid and turning them into a hot prospect and flogging them for money. Ajax are the kings of that, have been for decades. That reputation goes back to the 70s for Ajax. With Chelsea, it's fairly new. The last 10 years have been very successful in terms of the academy. Now, I understand that before there wasn't really much of a pathway for these players to get into the first team. John Terry was the only one to have made it, as in terms of academy player to, excelling first team player and then eventually captain in the side. I get that. Now with Lampard coming in and the way that we had the transfer ban and all of that, we were kind of obliged to go to the academy because we wouldn't have had a squad. Realistically, we just would not have had the numbers if we didn't go to the academy. So we plucked out Mason Mount, we plucked out Tammy Abraham, we plucked out Reece James, we plucked out Billy Gilmore, we plucked out Tomori, Hudson-Odoi and Loftus-Cheek were already existing. So that was that. But there seems to be this thing that we can just go to the academy, promote, first team, done. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. And when you look at some of these players, like a Bate, like a Livramento, like a Harris, who are now apparently on the cusp of leaving Chelsea, apparently according to Simon Johnson, let me put this straight to you. So many young players who have made it at Chelsea now, we're looking at your Mason Mounts and your Reece James and your Tammy Abrahams and all of that. Tammy's debatable, but he's got to the first team, so you know what I mean. How many loan moves did they have before actually making it, before actually getting the call? How many loan moves have we seen Bate, Livramento and a Pert Harris make? What I'm trying to say is these players are not going to get it given to them on a silver platter. They're not going to get the opportunity just given to them and go, no, go on, here's the opportunity, you're in the first team now. That's not how it works. And I'd like to think that even many supporters of the academy, in terms of excelling this talent into the first team, I'm hoping they get that. And surely they do. You know, Reece James had an entire spell at Wigan before even thinking of getting into the first team. Mason Mount had the loan move to Derby before even thinking of getting into the first team. Tammy Abraham, flipping hell, he not only had Aston Villa, he had Swansea, he had, if I'm not mistaken, another move before that. He had loan moves. There were moves there to develop these players. And that is crucial. That is crucial for them. You need to. Now, Billy Gilmour was kind of already established. He was made at Rangers, if we're being honest. He wasn't made at Chelsea. He was made at Rangers. Then he got excelled at Chelsea and then given the opportunity. And even now, after being given the opportunity, he's been sent to Norwich. Why? Development. These players that are expecting to just make it at Chelsea, because that's the gist that I'm getting. Because what I've read is like a Livramento, for example. He's threatened because we're linked with Adama Traore. If you're letting that get to you, I'm sorry, you're not ready to play for Chelsea. That's just my personal opinion. If you are threatened by the club being linked to a wingback like Adama Traore and you've not even played one senior game yet, that tells me you're just, I don't want to say soft, I want to be respectful here. You're just, in my eyes, not ready. If you're just expecting for that to just be given to you. Like, oh, well, if we're linked with Traore, that means you're screwed. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. And there's no indication that we're actually going to go and get Traore. But even if we did, that shouldn't be the indicator for Livramento to go, oh, that's it, my Chelsea future's ruined. Because with or without Adama Traore, you'd need to go and develop. You ain't just going to walk into this team. And you're not just going to sit in the squad as a backup. I'm sorry. I'm all for academy products getting the opportunity. Academy players coming in and getting a 15-minute, 20-minute here, 15 minutes there, 25 minutes there. Cool, I understand that. But to just walk into the squad and be a first-team squad member, no, that's not how it works. You are not ready. As good as the academy is, but at the moment they come out of the academy, they're not ready. Chelsea are not, with all due respect, we're not Ajax. Yeah? And in terms of level, we're not a mid-table Premier League club. We are a club competing for trophies, for titles, trying to be at the top season after season after season. You need to be world class, or at least you need to be a top-end professional to be able to even stand a chance of making it to Chelsea. To think you're just going to walk from the academy into the first team is delusional. It's delusional. As I've said, even with Traore, if we were linked with him, if we even went for him, if we didn't, Livramento should be thinking, I'm not ready, I need to develop, I need a loan move, I need first team football, I need to, sharpen my tools, and when I have the experience, I come into Chelsea and boom, smash it from there. That's a 2-3 year vision. That's not going to happen tomorrow. A loan move and then possibly another one, that's logical. We need to get rid of this mindset where we think every single hot talent from the Chelsea academy is going to make it into the first team. Because if that was the case, Solanke would have made it, McCracken would have made it, Izzy Brown would have made it. So many young hot talents would have made it. They didn't. But we're still okay. We still win trophies. We are European champions. We are excelling. And players are going to come, players are going to go. We're not going to take 50 academy players or however flipping many players we have in the academy who are decent and then just throw them into the first team squad. That's not how it works. That was never expected and we need to get that out of our heads. It's as simple as that. There are good players in this academy. Some of the top young talent in the world. But that doesn't mean they're ready. A career is a very long time. And to make it at Chelsea, you need to be top of the top. Simple. And you need to have it within, not just on the ball, but off the ball as well. In your mind, you need to have the attitude. That's what Mason's good at. That's what Reece has. That's what even Tammy seems to have had. And now, I don't know if he's leaving or not, but he hasn't really caused much of a fuss, at least behind the scenes. He's been professional. We've heard little rumours in terms of possibly wanting to leave, but he's not been, unprofessional. He's not caused a fuss. He's not caused a scene. He's been head down and he's getting on with it. That is what you need. But you look at Tammy. Even his future's unsecure. insecure. His future's insecure. And you're looking at Tammy as someone that has played for Chelsea, that has been in the first team. Even he's not there to make it yet. Tells you the level is high. You don't just walk in and just get a spot. Chelsea, on the other hand, you have to understand, look at this from a business point of view. This academy, as great as it is, and as we know some players will be given the opportunity to show what they can do, not all of them are going to make it, and Chelsea as a club will be looking to make money from these players too. That is just logical. If anyone thought that wasn't the case, you are naive. I'm sorry, you're just naive. Simple. Because Chelsea is a football club, but it's a business as well. And Roman Abramovich and Chelsea are not running this academy for free. Let me just put that now. They're just not doing that for free. No one does anything for free nowadays. It comes with a price. So if you're going to make money and you're going to literally go from having a player who you had for free as a kid at Chelsea, who gets an offer like a Mark Gurhey, for example, at Crystal Palace of £20 million, and he's not played a senior minute of football for Chelsea yet, except for one League Cup appearance, I think, you're going to take it. Because he was free. And now you're getting 20 million for something you've developed. Of course you're going to say yes. So this is what I'm saying. There needs to be a compromise. There needs to be a bit of realism here. We're not going to let everyone make it. Some are going to make it, some are not. That's just the reality of life. And that's the reality of the players and their paths. And good luck to whatever path that they are on. It's as simple as that. But let's bring some realism to the situation. I hope some players do get looked at. They should get looked at. Thomas Tuchel should be keeping an eye. See if he can spot any talent. Give the opportunity. Give those 15-20 minutes in the League Cup game. See what they can do. Give that little chance in training. Bring them into the first team training. See what they can do there. If they're not quite ready, think of a loan move. Look at where to send them off to. If they're just not ready, you send them off. And good luck to you. And I wish you the best for the future. Not all of them are going to make it. And I think we need to understand that. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, though. In regards to this story, though, Bate, Livramento, and Miles Peart-Harris, we'll see what happens. I wouldn't be surprised if they were to leave, to be honest. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if they stayed. So we'll see what goes down. It's early days. Let's see what happens. And we'll get to it when we know more. Thank you all so much for watching. As I've said, leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit that subscribe button if you are new. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button if you've enjoyed this. And I will see all of you tomorrow once again for a brand new video. Thank you all so much for watching. See you tomorrow. Have a good one. Look after yourselves. Take care and peace.